Secretary Kerry, thank you so much for coming here. I hope it wasn't too problematic for your operational team and your private jet to get here.
I just don't agree with your facts, which began with the presentation of one of the most outrageously persistent lies that I hear, which is this private jet. We don't own a private jet. I don't own a private jet. I personally have never owned a private jet. And obviously, it's pretty stupid to talk about coming in a private jet from the State Department up here. Just honestly, if that's where you want to go there.
Federal data revealing that since the president took office, Kerry's private family jet has made a total of 48 trips, lasting more than 60 hours, emitting more than 300 metric tons of carbon dioxide. The New York Post says under the terms of the Paris Agreement, which they all bow down to, which seeks to keep global warming well below 2 degrees Celsius, a person's annual carbon footprint should be 2.1 tons a year. So just his jet is 150 times that.
On that issue, pollution, I understand that you came here with a private jet. Is that an environmental way to travel?
If you offset your carbon, it's the only choice for somebody like me who is traveling the world to win this battle.
I'm special.
In exchange with Mr. Mills, you just testified under oath that you never owned a private jet. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to enter into the record article here from February 15th of 2023. The John Kerry family private jet was sold shortly after accusations of climate hypocrisy. Mr. Secretary, do you stand by that testimony that you've never owned or
I personally,
your family?
by
your family?
Personally, yes. My wife owned a plane and she sold the plane.
You flew on that plane?
Not in a number of years, but I have flown on it,
and
sure.
This article is not then inaccurate, that your family owned a plane, you flew on a plane.
My wife
owned
here's the plane.
Here's the issue.
Yeah.
This isn't some kind of partisan gotcha. When we are asking Americans to make serious sacrifices as we transition for the common good, and your family and or yourself are flying around on private jets, that smacks of hypocrisy. It actually hurts your cause.
The reason you chose 800,000 years ago is because for 200 million years before that, it was greater than it is today. And I'm going to submit for the record.
Yeah, but there weren't human beings. I mean, there was a different world, folks. We didn't have 7 billion people.
So how did it get to 2,000 parts per million if we humans weren't here?
Because there were all kinds of geologic events happening on Earth which spewed up.
Did geology stop when we got on the planet?
Mr. Chairman, this is just not a serious conversation.
Your testimony is not serious. I agree. When you can't answer the question, that's the best answer you got.
I did answer. I have never, ever prioritized bringing in any solar panel that violates the Uyghur Enforcement Act.
Can you tell me exactly where solar panels and the raw material sourcing comes from?
Where and which panels?
Name them.
Well, there are 3 major companies that were bringing in panels at one point in time, but most of those panels, the ones that
where those companies are from?
One, I think a couple were from China, one might have been Vietnam, but it's my understanding, Congressman.
So, but none were American is what you just basically pointed out, right? So it was China and it was Vietnam, meaning that we're prioritizing the idea of ceasing American energy and going after American energy to prioritize what we already know is an adversarial nation.
Climate change and its effects are a national security issues, and it touches upon all aspects of our economy and society.
Sure it does, man.
Are you embracing some far left radical agenda?
Well, thank you for the opportunity to hang myself.